Lantern Control is a Magic the Gathering deck that is such a meme that is famous for killing your opponent with boredom instead of combat damage, but is not known for being particularly good. My friend Thoralf is a mythic champion and claims he can still win with this pile of terrible cardboard. But I don't want to play against a deck that does nothing and then I die. So I've recruited Yamin, my smartest friend, who will play 3 top-tier Magic the Gathering modern decks against it. But if Thoralf manages to not drop a single game, I will lead up a great big bowl of my own words because I'll have to acknowledge that Lantern Control is somehow a tier 1 deck.
Are you ready to be challenged?
I'm not sure, but also I have a really powerful gauntlet of decks, so...
It's in the eye of the beholder, I say. If you don't draw the right cards, maybe you don't have a powerful deck anymore.
Are you gonna shuffle my deck or something? I am ready.
I will play a Black Cleave Cliffs, which makes black and red, and, I mean, you said shuffling, it might happen in the future.
Oh no, I have such bad memories of this deck. Is your win condition just me leaving the table?
Oh, maybe. Let's see. If this video is 2 hours long, you might get there. I will play a Lantern of Insight. Lantern of Insight is a very, very special card because it doesn't really do anything until it does a lot. Everybody plays with their top card revealed. So please, show your top card. I have an Underworld Cookbook, actually fitting to my spicy brew. Also, I can tap and sack Lantern of Insight to make somebody shuffle their library. So if I would go like, Polluted Delta, that's pretty rough. I could make you shuffle it away.
Then we don't have any insight anymore.
And it's you.
Alright, I will take a secret draw of this Polluted Delta.
And now you get to see the next card you will be drawing. Isn't that fun? It's like Christmas morning when you know you will get presents, but now you know all the presents because you have X-ray glasses. And then you can sometimes deny your opponents the presents.
I will play a Meticulous Archive, which enters tapped as a plains and an island, and it lets me surveil 1, so I get to look at the top card of my library. It's the same card I already saw, and then I get to choose to put it into my graveyard, which is what I will do because I don't really need another land. And then reveal the next top card of my library.
I didn't hear a thank you for knowing you have to surveil, but I'll take it. I will untap, draw my Underworld Cookbook, and then immediately look at my next card, which is an Urza Saga. Woohoo! I will play an Urza Saga as well. It comes into play with a counter. Now it makes mana. It's a saga. Next turn, for 2 mana, it makes a construct. And then on the final chapter for 3, I will get an artifact that costs 0 or 1 and put it onto the battlefield. And then, unfortunately, the saga time is over. To add more to looking through my deck for cool cards, I will add a Profane Tutor to my Suspend Zone. It's now in exile, and in 2 turns, I will get to do Demonic Tutor, any card of my library, into my hand. In this case, it's really awesome because I don't know what I'm tutoring for, so I can see what you do, and then I can decide later.
I will untap, I will draw my Solitude, and reveal a Gristlebrand.
And now you would like to surveil it.
Yeah, surveilling that one into the graveyard would be very cool. I will instead play a Marsh Flats and crack it already, so I take 1 damage. I'll grab a Watery Grave, which comes into play untapped if I pay 2 life, which I will, and reveal a new top card of my Psychic Frog library. Well, actually, that's kind of a cool card. It's so cool, in fact, I will play another one from my hand. Now, Psychic Frog is a 2-mana 1/2 creature. It's a frog. Who doesn't like frogs? And whenever it deals combat damage to a player or a planeswalker, I draw a card. In addition to that, I can discard a card to put a +1/+1 counter on it, and I can exile 3 cards from my graveyard to grant it flying until end of turn. Go.
In my upkeep, I will remove 1 suspend counter. Are you already?
The suspense is growing.
I will draw my Urza Saga and show you a Blood Crypt. And then my Urza Saga gets a counter, so now it makes constructs. But to be honest, I don't want it to make constructs because I don't really care about the constructs. I care about not taking damage. So I'll play a Glimmer Void, which makes all colors of mana, and then an Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge says creatures with power greater than the number of cards in my hand, which is 3 right now, can't attack.
That's one of the most annoying cards I have ever played against in Magic the Gathering.
There's a theme to, well, me. But also the deck.
Yeah, so I will...
No!
I will counter it. I'll cast a Force of Negation. Now, usually this one costs 3 mana, but if it's not my turn, I may exile a blue card from my hand, which is this Quantum Riddler, instead of paying its mana cost. And it says counter target non-creature spell. If it's countered this way, exile it, instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard.
Yeah, and Ensnaring Bridge is very exiled, and I'm very sad. How does it feel?
It feels really good because have you ever played against Ensnaring Bridge? You never get to attack again. All right, I'm done with my ensnaring bridge hate.
Go.
Yeah, I will untap.
Yes.
In my upkeep, I won't do anything. I will just move to draw my Psychic Frog.
Good choice.
And reveal a Fatal Push. Before combat, actually, before even attacking, I will activate the ability of my Psychic Frog to discard Atraxa, Grand Unifier, into my graveyard. And then still before combat, I'd like to cast Glorious Vengeance, which is an instant that says return target legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste, exile it at the beginning of the next end step. So now I have a 7/7 Flying Vigilance Death Touch Lifelink Atraxa on the battlefield for this turn, with haste even. And it says, when it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. So let's do that. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. All right, so I'm gonna pick these 4 cards into my hand, and the rest go on the bottom. And then it's time for combat, because my hand just got filled up and I'm about to spend some money. I'll head into the red zone with both of them, and assuming that you don't block, I'm gonna discard.
I see 16.
It's not 16, but I'm going to discard 3 additional cards into that Psychic Frog, so it becomes a 5-power creature. And then I'm going to hit you for a total of 12 damage, and I'm going to get back 7 off the lifelink.
That is a lot.
It is, and it only gets better from here, because now the Psychic Frog is going to trigger, so I'm going to draw this card, reveal the next one. Ooh, Ephemerate. If only I could play that this turn. Instead, I'm going to fetch again to take a total of 3 damage and, well, reveal the top card of my library. What is it with the lands? And cast a Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is a 1-mana spell that lets me look at your hand, lose 2 life, and I pick a card that you discard.
So I have the Underworld Cookbook and the Blackstone Zenith, and a land you can take.
Okay, I don't know what other memes your deck is up to, so the Underworld Cookbook has to go, I think. It's your turn, and this Atraxa gets exiled.
In my upkeep, my Profane Tutor will resolve, meaning I'll get to look for a card. I found a card I like, I will put it into my hand. I will reveal the top card of my library because I am gonna draw that card.
That's very mean.
I might be dead if I play that, but I'm still gonna draw it. We'll go into my main phase. Urza Saga gets a counter. I will use Urza Saga to make a mana before it sacrifices itself to its last chapter ability, and I'll get to look for something again. I will get a Vexing Bubble, show you a Mox Opal, and then this Vexing Bubble enters the battlefield because it comes from the saga. Means whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter it. Now, if you would just randomly asking, play your Force of Negation from your hand without paying its mana cost, would that count as paying no mana?
I think that would count as paying no mana to cast a spell.
Lucky me! I'll play the Saga for turn, and then I will cast an Ensnaring Bridge. Look at that. Your turn.
I see one way out of this, which is that you currently can't get rid of both of your cards in hand next turn. I have another frog here, which will get attacked next turn.
You can also ephemerate your own frog to make it smaller.
Indeed. I have so many tricks up my sleeve.
Okay.
But for now, all the tricks up my sleeves go into your turn.
That is very threatening. I'll draw a Mox Opal that I can't cast and see a Galvanic Blast. Okay, Urza Saga gets a second counter. Now, Urza Saga will gain the chapter of tapping for 2 and making construct that is as big as artifact. I will tap all of my mana and then cast a Blood Moon. Now all non-basic lands are mountain, meaning you got a mountain, you got a mountain, you got a mountain, everybody gets a mountain.
I have a bunch of mountains.
Except for one mountain. Because of recent rules interactions, this Urza Saga actually is a mountain, but it also has the ability from the saga, which means it will make another construct, but it also will never get any additional counters because it's now a mountain. So that means it makes forever constructs, which unfortunately can't attack, but you know. And it's your turn.
I will untap, and I guess I'll draw this Ephemerate and reveal the top card of my library.
What are you gonna do with all your mountains?
I mean, I actually do have a Plains that I can cast this Ephemerate with.
True.
So I'm gonna actually play that. Basics are not affected by Blood Moon, so this is a precious Plains. Then I'll head to combat. I see 2 cards in your hand, so this Psychic Frog can very reasonably just swing at you. And I will also discard 2 additional cards to hit for 3 this turn. Isn't that nice?
Okay, I'll take 3.
I draw a card and reveal the top card again. Well, that one.
Cool.
I don't know how I'm gonna cast it with a bunch of mountains, but I'll find a way. For now, it's your turn.
I mean, I was hoping Bridge and Blood Moon get me there, but you're still giving up a fight, which I don't like. I will draw in a Galvanic Blast and a Pixel of Pandemonium. That is part of the combo. Now, if I play a Pixel of Pandemonium, which lets remove the top cards of our library, I can basically decide what we draw whenever I want to. And then we enter the state of fun magic. Where we draw what I want us to draw. Your Psychic Frogs are big, but not too big to not attack. So I'm gonna cast the Mox Opal, which costs 0.
May I remind you of your own Vexing Bauble, Thoralf?
And it will get countered indeed. But now I have 2 cards in my hand, so that means your frogs can't attack, and it's your turn.
Well, I would really like my frogs to attack, so I'm gonna cast Ephemerate, an instant that says exile target creature, exile target psychic frog, you could say.
Yes.
Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, which I will do. So there's the psychic frog, returns without counters, and then also it has rebound. So I move into my turn, and during my upkeep, I get to recast the Ephemerate for free. Oh, that's the bad words. That's the for free words. So this time it gets countered because in my upkeep I cast it for free. I didn't spend mana to cast it.
Should have spent mana to cast it.
Goes to my graveyard. So I will go into my draw step. All right, put this in Chuck's into my hand and reveal my next card. Ooh!
That's not good.
Pest Control. Destroy all non-land permanents with mana value 1 or less.
Okay, that's a problem.
For now, I would like to head into combat.
And before you go to combat, I will Galvanic Blast your Psychic Frog, meaning it deals 2 damage if I don't have Metalcraft, meaning 3 artifacts, or 4 damage because I have 3 artifacts.
I mean, if I grow it, I can't attack anymore because you only have 1 card in hand. Instead, I will cast yet another Ephemerate, exile target creature I control. It comes back. And then this one will rebound at the start of my next turn. For now, this one doesn't have haste, unfortunately. I'm stuck with an Atraxa, but it's your turn.
Again, Saga wants to get a counter, but can't. And then an Inquisition of Kozilek, another blank. I have to be careful to not have too many blanks. I will tap my mountain, one of my mountains, for 1 mana and cast a Pixel of Pandemonium. Now each player has to exile the top card of their library whenever I want to. And for 7 mana, you can put all of those onto the battlefield. Probably not gonna happen, but mainly I don't want you to draw this. And actually, I don't also want to draw this, so those are exiled.
All right.
We'll put cards that might come back under the Pixels, but the rest is removed. And now let's see what we're drawing. Ooh, I have a Pithing Needle. That is very
I have a Consign to Memory. How do you like that?
convenient. Okay, I guess that's not gonna resolve, but at least it's something I can play. You go.
All right, I will untap. I will move to draw. During my upkeep, I actually have an Ephemerate, but it gets countered. If only I had a Consign to Memory, I could make it resolve.
True.
I'll draw the Consign to Memory and reveal an island. From the looks of it, I have 1 more attack with my frog. Or actually more, because you don't have black mana, do you?
No, I only have red mana.
So I can just stockpile some cards in my hand. So for now, I'm just gonna swing at you for 1.
I will take that damage, but before that happens, I will tap 1 to crack my Vexing Bubble to draw a card. Because I need that Pithing Needle, but I also need another land. And if this is not a land, exactly, I would like to know. So I will sacrifice my Lantern of Insight to make you shuffle your island, because you can't have that.
Okay. I mean, I have a 1 in 50 shot, right? Like,
I mean, if it comes back, it's destiny, I guess. But now you can draw from the Psychic Frog. Unfortunately, we will never get to know what it was.
oh, the viewers will get to know. Also, I don't get to know that there's an Inquisition on your top anymore. Well, I can remember it, but I just don't get to see it anymore without the Lantern of Insight. Oh, that's...
Was it an island?
It wasn't an island.
Okay.
All right, so combat is resolved.
Absolutely.
And I will just pass the turn.
Untap. Now before I draw, since I already know that I don't draw a land, I will exile it and then draw for turn. I will play a land and a Pithing Needle. As Pithing Needle comes into play, name a card. Activated ability of sources with the chosen name can't be played unless their mana ability. Meaning, hypothetically, if I would name Psychic Frog, you cannot make it bigger or give it flying. Then I will name Psychic Frog, and it's your turn.
Yep, I will untap. I will draw. Now the stupid constructs are too large to attack into. Yeah, because I can't grant flying anymore, right? Because it's not a mana ability.
Oh.
Guess I'll just pass the turn.
At the end of turn, I would like to tap 2 mana to make a construct. And you're clever you didn't attack, because I can make a construct, which is now a 4/4 construct. Draw for turn. It's back. Hello, Lantern of Insight.
Okay.
So let's pile up all the things that don't do anything but are really relevant into this side of the board. And then we have Lantern as well, and the Pixis we're gonna use. I show you a Blood Crypt. Faithless Mending. You can have it. I think it's fine. It's your turn.
A really nice card. I will draw my card for turn, and I will reveal the top card of my library.
Oh, look at that.
I will pass the turn.
Now we enter the state of full Zen mode. Because I could use this Pix of Pandemonium. Actually, with a Truxa, it's quite funny because I can then make you have a Truxa, but I don't need to. And the keyword is wait, because we don't need to do anything. You're drawing a bad card, so we're just gonna make a construct and then just draw a card. Haywire Might. Okay, I'll play a mountain. And it's your turn.
I'm gonna draw my Atraxa. I will reveal the top card of my library. Oh, it's a prismatic ending.
Whoa, that's actually quite dangerous.
Prismatic ending, of course, able to exile artifacts.
You have an island in your deck, if you ever get that.
I mean, I could already like exile the Pixis, exile the Lantern.
Yep, it's annoying. Oh, exile the Pith. Oh, did you see how he left that out just to, it doesn't do anything. It's exiled, go away.
All right, we both exile the top card of our library.
And then we can say, okay, look at that.
I just need like another 3 prismatic endings in a row for you to, no prismatic ending.
Do you see how it's still exciting, this game? Since you don't do anything, I will just make another construct and then draw one of the best cards ever, Girapur Aether Grid. You were wondering, how do you win? And yes, decking is a valid option, but also we don't want to sit here for hours. Actually, I do want to sit here. I respect all of your time. I will tap 3 mana to cast in Girapur's Aether Grid, which means tap 2 untapped artifact you control. It deals 1 damage to target creature or player. That means, since I have 8 artifacts right now, I can just deal you 4 damage each turn. Or deal with your frogs, or do whatever. It's your turn.
So you're telling me I have like 1 more draw? I will draw. I will reveal the top of my deck. It's another Atraxa. How many Atraxas are in this deck? Oh, I built the deck.
Yes, you put it in your deck.
There's 4.
Okay, I will deal you 4 damage.
I'll take 4.
And then we're gonna draw a card. Reveal the top card of my line. We enter the official fun zone. I'll play a Pithing Needle, naming You Are Already Dead. Just as a flex. You can look it up at home if you have.
That's a card.
If you have a minute to spare.
I hope it showed up on the screen. Wait, it did. Ding.
And it's your turn. Let's see. Can't you wait for what you're gonna draw the next time?
I will draw. I will reveal the top of my deck.
Oh, cool.
I guess I will play a land, because why not?
I'll make another construct. So here we'll, in the production, make 4 of those. And then tap for 5 damage. Untap, show the card, say go.
I'll draw. I'll pass my turn.
Take 5, take 5.
Take 5.
Yay! Land done, control. Land done.
I'll be right back with a different deck.
Wow, you lost game 1.
I did, but Modern has some really powerful decks up its sleeve. So you're about to face part 2 of that gauntlet.
I'm not concerned.
Well, you still get to go first as the challenger, but I get the first game action, because I may reveal this card from my opening hand. Devourer of Destiny then lets me look at the top 4 cards of my library in my first upkeep. I can put 1 of those on top of my deck and exile the rest. It also has some other irrelevant text for later on that I will reveal then.
Oh, that's interesting. I was going to play something else, but now that I know, thank you very much, I will play the Mycothin's Gardens, which is a land that comes for colorless. It's a sphere, if that's important. But most importantly, for X and tapping, it becomes a copy of an artifact with mana cost X. And I give it a target right away. I will cast the Lantern of Insight.
Let's do the Lantern again.
Oh, it's very good.
Glaring Fleshraker.
I reveal Urza Saga, and it's your turn.
All right, upkeep, trigger. I will get to look at the top 4 cards of my library and put 1 on top.
Now, while Yamin is looking, normally with Land of Insight, you see all the cards because we always draw the cards. But there's one rule: when you look at the top cards of your library, like Yamin is right now, well done, you don't get to see the other of the cards because they are actually still on the top of his library. That also means we don't get to see this card. This is different than Brainstorm because there you actually draw.
Yeah, there you actually change the top of the library, but right now this one is still on top. But it won't be for very long, because I will put a Kozilek's Command on top of my library and exile all the other cards. And then I move into my first draw step, drawing the Kozilek's Command and revealing an Emrakul.
No. Whoa.
Isn't that nice? For now, I will play an Ugin's Labyrinth, which has Imprint. When it enters the battlefield as a land, I may exile a colorless card with mana value 7 or greater from my hand, which is this Devourer of Destiny. It now adds 2 mana because a card is exiled with it. And at any point, I may tap it to return the exiled card back to my hand.
Yes, very, very powerful indeed.
Yep, and then it's your turn.
I will untap, draw my Saga, show you what I'm going to draw next turn. It's a Blood Crypt, and I definitely have to get rid of stuff in your hand because it's very powerful, so I'm gonna play a Glimmer Void, which taps for black and cast a Thoughtseize. Dark player reveals their hand, you choose an online card, discard their card, pay 2 life. Some of those cards are more powerful than the others. I will take a Kozilek's Command number 1.
It's gone.
And speaking of more powerful cards than the others, you can take them back to your hand. I will cast a Codex Shredder. Way more powerful. For tapping, target player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. I will do that right now because Emrakul is way too strong.
All right.
But also for 5 mana, I can sacrifice the Codex Shredder to return a card from the graveyard to my hand. And I see now you have a Vexing Bubble. Awesome.
All right. Well, I can draw cards with that later on. So I will move into my turn.
Yes.
I'll draw the Vexing Bauble. Show you my next card, which is a Malevolent Rumble. That one also really nice against Lantern of Insight because I reveal the top 4 cards at the same time. Can't respond to that. I will play a Grove of the Burned Willows and tap all of my lands to first cast a Basking Brutescale, giving you 1 life, and secondly cast a Vexing Bauble. You're familiar with that one because it counters all spells if you don't pay any mana to cast those spells.
If I play it, it's a fine card.
Oh, but if I play it, suddenly it's an issue.
No, it's not an issue for me. That's
okay. All right.
My turn?
Yes, it is.
In my upkeep, I will tap the Codex Shredder to mill your Rumble because it's way too strong.
Let's see what's there instead. It's another Rumble. What is this?
It's rigged. All of this is rigged. You happy?
It's like with the Atraxas before.
A little Rumble is good. I'm gonna draw a Blood Crypt and show you a Black Leaf Cliffs. I will play an Urza Saga, which enters with a Saga counter. Now it makes mana. You get the deal. And it's your turn.
I'll move into my turn and freely draw my Malevolent Rumble and show you my next card. Okay, this is ridiculous. What is that? How are there so many Rumbles?
Well, there's a Rumble in the jungle.
There is a Rumble in the jungle. For now, I'll play an Eldrazi Temple, which taps for 1 mana or 2 mana if I cast an Eldrazi. And I don't see any reason not to attack you, so let's go for it. Attack you for 2?
Please.
That's a reason, but not a good one.
Okay.
For now, I will suspiciously pass the turn with my Malevolent Rumble, which is a sorcery, which I can't cast during your turn.
In my end step, I will tap 1 and then copy with my garden 1 of my Codex Shredders. Well, the only Codex Shredder I have.
Okay, so now you have 2 Codex Shredders.
So now I have 2 Codex Shredders.
But it's not a land anymore.
That's correct. It doesn't make mana. In my upkeep, I would tap the now Codex Shredder to mill your Malevolent Rumble.
If this is the 4th Rumble,
anything is possible.
It's another Kozilek's Command.
Oh, those are all good. Okay, this also needs to go.
Okay, let's see.
Can you just draw a blank?
Rumble? Poseidon! This deck is really fun.
I wasn't planning to draw this card, but now I have to. Okay, I'm gonna draw a Black Leaf Cliffs and a Needle. Ooh, okay, Needle is very good. I can see that happening. I'm gonna play land. I will add the Saga counter. Yeah, it's your turn.
All right, at end of turn, I will actually spend all of my 5 mana here to cast an instant speed Eldrazi. Can you imagine? It's a Kozilek's Command, and it's actually an Eldrazi and an instant because it's a Kindred instant. Kozilek's Command lets me do 2 of the following. Either I get to create 3 01 Eldrazi spawn tokens, or I get to scry 3 and then draw a card, or I exile target creature with mana value 3 or less, or I exile up to 3 cards from a graveyard. I will choose the first 2 modes, so I'll create 3 Eldrazi spawn tokens and I will scry 3 and then draw a card. Actually, these cards are all pretty good. I'm gonna put them back like this. And the best part is you can't activate any ability while this card is resolving.
No.
So you get to see that I draw an Emrakul, but you can't respond to it. And then I reveal the top card again, which I left the Boseiju on top.
Yes.
That's a good card. Then I would like to move into my turn, and then also move into my draw step to draw the Boseiju.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, and then the final card I left on top is an Urza Saga. Alright, and now I have a really fun turn lined up. Because I'm gonna activate my Growth of the Burn Willows to activate my Vexing Bauble, sacrificing it to draw a card. And now I have an Urza Saga in my hand, revealing the next card. Oh, the Flash Raker is back. I will play said Urza Saga, so it enters with a counter. And then I will generate 8 mana by sacrificing all of my Eldrazi spawn tokens, all to cast Emrakul the Promised End. Now you remember how it costs 13 mana? How would you cast this for 8? Well, it has a secret line of text that says Emrakul the Promised End costs 1 less to cast for each card type among cards in your graveyard. When you cast Emrakul, you gain control of target opponent during that player's next turn. After that turn, that player takes an extra turn.
Before you get to have the joy of that, I will play a Galvanic Blast targeting the Brute Scale, meaning 4 damage.
It's gone.
Before I take it myself, which
Yeah, let's see
you
about
might
that.
do that. Also, because you will just sacrifice the Land of Insight for free, I won't give you the satisfaction of doing that. So I will shuffle my library and maybe draw something better. So now it's shuffled, we don't get to see it, and you can't use the Codex Shredder. You're done?
I am.
Well, then it's your turn. I show you 2 land, untap. From now on, it's you.
Okay, wait, I have a better idea.
Oh,
Oh man, this frame is tight. I don't even fit in here. Ah!
I'm Yamin. I'm very tall.
Alright, I'm Thoralf and I will draw a card. Ooh, a Vexing Bauble. Now my Urza Saga will tick up. I will float 1 colorless mana before then searching through my library for any artifact. Any artifact I want. Isn't that awesome? Well, it has to cost 1 or a 0, but I'll choose this Pithing Needle, and as it comes into play, I can name a card. I will name Codex Shredder. And now activated abilities of Codex Shredder can't be activated anymore. Isn't that cool as well? I'll use my leftover mana to cast this Vexing Bauble, instantly sacrificing it for 1 more mana. So I get to draw another card. And I mean, yeah. I'll play this Marsh Flats and then pay 1 life. Ooh, 1 life. And search my library for a Plains or a Swamp card. Thoralf, it doesn't look like you have any Plains or Swamp cards in your deck. I think with only 2 lands left in hand, this was my turn as Thoralf.
Okay, my turn. So I'm gonna.
Oh, it feels good to be in my own frame again. I don't need to crouch anymore.
I'll draw a card. Friends, I think I made some suboptimal decisions, but I can't remember this. I mean, I drew an Urza Saga. I can play it. It doesn't really matter. I'll get a counter. I can't activate anything, so it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. I will untap. I will draw a card. I will put a counter on my Urza Saga. And I will attack you for 13.
Accepted.
I will play another land, play a Walking Ballista for X equals 3, so it enters with 3+1/+1 counters, and then I get to remove 3+1/+1 counters to shoot 3 damage straight to you.
Okay, final round. Okay,
Alright.
the final.
So I had to lock in my archetypes before knowing what your deck was, right?
Yes.
And this is one of the strongest decks in Modern, but I'm not sure about the Lantern matchup, so this is gonna be tight, I think.
This is in my hand. Wow, that is amazing. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what will.
Alright, go ahead.
I will show you a Blackleaf Cliffs and cast a Codex Shredder. Turn.
I think from now on, every turn I will show you staples of Modern, basically. Because
Okay.
I'm gonna start out by shocking myself and then use that mana to cast Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer. Ragavan for so long was the terror of Modern. Whenever it deals damage to you, I create a treasure token and you exile your top card of the library and I may cast that this turn. It's also a 2/1 and I can dash it in with haste, but right now I'm just hard casting it because I don't see you having any blockers next turn.
Yeah, you can have a really, really brutal hit. If you exile the right card,
Yeah, how about a Pithing Needle?
let's not do that. I'll draw a card. I will play a Mox Opal. So if I have Metalcraft, meaning 3 artifacts, it makes a mana. I will tap a black mana for the Underworld Cookbook. Mainly, it discards a card to get a food, so I get some life back, but also reduce the cards of my hand because I don't want to have that many cards. I will play the Garden, which copies an artifact, and then for 2 mana, because now I have Metalcraft, I will bend my Profane Tutor.
How is it turn 2 and you have 5 permanents in play and a suspended card?
I could even get a food token if I wanted to. Most notably, I don't want to use my Codex Shred because I can mill cards I want to have, but also you play Flage, so I don't want to fill your graveyard. I will wait with that, and it's your turn.
Alright, well, let me show you how powerful Modern is, because I'm gonna fetch, I'm gonna shock myself again with the Sacred Foundry, and then I'm gonna go to combat and attack you for 2.
Yeah, can't do anything about that. Feel free.
It might not be much damage, but it's a Lantern of Insight.
Ah! Oh.
Okay, so this turn,
Yamin, hear me out.
this turn I could cast the Lantern of Insight.
Ragavan clearly wants you to play that card.
I mean, it is kind of attractive. Also just to shuffle your library, but I have better things to do with my mana. Because even with my additional riches of the treasure, I still can't get enough of mana. And I will cast a Guide of Souls. Now, Guide of Souls is a 1/2 human cleric that whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control, I gain 1 life and 1 energy counter that just sticks to me. And whenever I attack, I may pay 3 energy counters. And if I do, I put 2 +1/+1 counters on an attacking creature, and it becomes an angel and flying. Alright, well, this wasn't enough for me either, because I'm gonna spend all my remaining mana sacrificing the treasure token to cast Ajani, Nakal Pariah. When it enters the battlefield, I create a 2/1 white cat warrior token, and whenever 1 or more other cats I control die, I may exile Ajani and then return him to the battlefield transformed as a planeswalker. So with this cat warrior, not only, well, it's 2 creatures for 1 card, I also gain 2 life and 2 energy tokens.
Yes.
And that's enough mana for me, spent in 1 turn, so you may go.
So next turn, I could already be losing. I will not make a food token yet, because I can still go down to 0 cards. I will upkeep, put my Doomsday Demonic Clock on 1, draw a card, play my land, and then tap 3 mana to play Ensnaring Bridge. You can't attack with all your creatures that have more than 1 power.
Well, luckily a bunch of my creatures, well, 2 of my creatures have 1 power exactly.
But also, I can still discard at any time to make a food token, so I don't get attacked. Your turn.
Alright, I actually have something up my sleeve, because Ensnaring Bridge with that cookbook is really annoying.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna spend a single mana to cast Static Prison. When Static Prison enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. I get 2 energy counters. No, I won't exile the Codex Shredder. Nope, not the cookbook. It's the Ensnaring Bridge. So I will exile the Ensnaring Bridge, go up to 4 total energy, and at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, I need to sacrifice Static Prison unless I pay 1 energy. For now, I will head into combat and just attack with all of my creatures. In combat, I will pay Guide of Souls ability to put 2 +1/+1 counters on itself and hit you for a total of 8 damage. But 8 damage isn't even all, because I'm just gonna create a treasure token on top and steal your top card. Show me Pithing Needle.
I will show you a Blood Moon.
Okay, well, I don't have the mana to cast it, but that would be kind of cool. For now, I will just spend my riches all in one place again to cast a Goblin Bombardment. It's an enchantment. Sacrifice a creature. It deals 1 damage to any target. I will make use of that ability straight away to sacrifice my Cat Warrior token here to deal 1 damage to you.
Yes.
And then my Ajani here is very sad about his cat ally passing away. Whenever 1 or more other cats I control die, you may exile Ajani, then return him to the battlefield transformed. I will do just that. So Ajani returns as a planeswalker.
Good luck reading.
With 3 loyalty.
Yes.
Now Ajani has 3 abilities here. The +2 puts a +1/+1 counter on each cat I control. The 0 ability creates a 2/1 white cat warrior token and then deals damage equal to the number of creatures I control to any target. And the -4 has each opponent choose an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker, and then sacrifice the rest. For now, I'll stick to the 0 ability. I create a 2/1 cat warrior token, and then because I control another red permanent, I deal 3 damage to you. And then last but not least, we need to consider the Guide of Souls, because another creature entered the battlefield in this token. So I gain 1 life and 1 energy. Go ahead.
It's fine. I think we can at least manage. I will not mill, but I will use my cookbook to make a food. No cards in hand, upkeep. My Profane Tutor is gonna resolve. Now you might think, what's the worst he can get? He could get another bridge. Is that what you're thinking?
I mean, I feel like every tutor so far has always been a bridge.
I can tell you, this one is not a bridge.
It's not a bridge.
It's better. I will draw for turn. I will use the Codex Trader this time to mill myself for 1. Now I need to get a bit lucky. Not very lucky, but average lucky.
Did you want to thought things in your graveyard? I don't know. What are we doing here?
We're in panic mode, which is fine, because we still have a way out. I promise you, this all makes sense after all of this. I will tap my Gardens to use the copying ability for 0, and I will copy my Mox Opal. Now my garden is a Mox Opal.
What?
Yes.
It's legendary. It
Correct.
copies being legendary.
I agree. I have to sacrifice it. But it's fine.
Okay.
It's part of the plan, I promise. Now that it's gone, I will cast for a black and a red a Molten Collapse, which I tutored for from the Profane Tutor. Choose one. If you descended this turn, you may choose both instead. And descent means a permanent card was put into your graveyard from anywhere. Not a token, not a Thoughtseize, a permanent card. That's why the Gardens had to go for the greater good. And now I get to choose both instead, which means I destroy target creature or planeswalker.
Okay, it's gone.
And destroy target non-creature permanent or non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. It resolves. I'll get my bridge back. I have a card in hand, which, as you guessed it, is also not a permanent card because I couldn't discard it from the book. So I will just cast it from my hand, which is an Inquisition of Kozilek. Please show me your hand.
Okay, well, my hand is an Ajani, a Flage, and a Guide of Souls.
Considering my very low life total, I would like to opt to take this Ajani. Wish you good luck on your future endeavors.
You don't have a lantern, so this might as well just be an Ajani.
Your turn?
I would draw an Ajani. It's not an Ajani.
Am I alive?
I guess.
Woo!
I'll cast a Voice of Victory. Your opponent can't cast spells during your turn. I can't attack because of the Ensnaring Bridge.
Yes.
And it's your turn.
Whew. Okay. I think we lived through the worst of it. So now we can draw a card. I will not use this card for any reason, and it's your turn.
Let's see what I can draw. Okay, I will play a Windswept Heath and fetch, so I lose 1 life, and I gain a Plains. And with that Plains, I will cast Flage, Titan of Fiery Wrath. I think this is exactly not lethal. As it enters, I have to sacrifice it unless it escaped from my graveyard, which I can do when it's in my graveyard and I exile 5 other cards, but I also need to pay 4 mana for that. And then also when it comes into play, it deals 3 damage to you and I gain 3 life.
Before it will deal 3 damage to me, I would like to tap 2 mana and sacrifice the food.
I will sacrifice my Flage to the bombardment as well.
Well done.
So you go to 5 after all of that. I would like to attack because I actually do have a creature with power 1. No!
I will make a food and have no cards in hand.
Yeah, so you discard a card, make a food. You have no cards in hand. None of my creatures can attack. If I had 1 more treasure token, I'll pass the turn.
I will draw a card. Okay, I think we entered fun mode. I'll play a Saga, put a counter on it. It's you.
I will draw. I will play the Guide of Souls.
I will make 3 life.
And Guide of Souls will gain me 1 more life and 1 more energy. I can't attack, but I can play the final card in my hand, which is another Goblin Bombardment. Now I can bombard double the goblins.
Cool.
And pass the turn.
I will put a counter on my Saga, draw a card. Oh, I wanted to look for that card, but I can also, I guess, just draw it. I'll play a Lantern of Insight, and now we get to see all the cool cards on our library.
Okay, Ajani, back-to-back Ajanis. It's not back-to-back Ajanis.
And even though you will draw 2 cards, I think this is fine.
All right, let's see. I will draw this Seasoned Pyromancer and the card. Oh, an Ajani. How is that? That one represents a bunch of creatures on the board. I will play a Seasoned Pyromancer. When that one enters the battlefield, I discard 2 cards. Whoops. And then I draw 2 cards. Okay, so an Ajani and an Elegant Parlor. And then I reveal the top again. Galvanic Discharge. Then I get another 2 life off the Guide of Souls. And I can't go into combat, so I will just surveil 1 with my Elegant Parlor, leaving this Galvanic Discharge on top.
I will remove it from your library.
Okay, it gets milled, There's a Sacred Foundry now.
Untap. I will draw the bridge. I will show you a Blood Moon. Unfortunately, that's gonna be shuffled away. I will add this to 3. Now I can make a token or add a mana, but I feel like I want the mana for the food, so I'm gonna add a mana, and then I will look for a card that costs 1 or 0.
Okay, wait. 1 second. Before you search, so this is technically still in play, I will sacrifice my entire board, all my 6 creatures, to deal 6 damage to you.
Oh, wow, okay. Then I will get now the Pithing Needle, you correctly identified you have to do that all before it comes into play because he can't respond. I will name Goblin Bombardment, which is the source of all my misery right now.
So activated abilities of Goblin Bombardment can't be activated anymore.
Yes, I have a bridge which doesn't do anything and some artifacts but that actually do something. I know the last card of your hand is in Ajani. I will use this bridge to make it food, and it's your turn.
All right. I mean, yeah, I guess I get to draw a Sacred Foundry and reveal the top card of my library.
Oh, yeah, right. I have the top card of my library.
I'll cast an Ajani, so I get back my Cat Warrior token. And play my Sacred Foundry and pass the turn.
So you have a fetch land, huh? I will remove that fetch land, please. What are you gonna draw?
An Elegant Parlor.
Parlor. In my upkeep, since that parlor is mostly irrelevant, I will mill myself to draw something better. Like a Codex Trader. Look at that. I will play the Codex Trader. Still, because your parlor doesn't do anything that much, it's your turn.
Okay, I guess I get to draw an Elegant Parlor.
Ooh, another Goblin Bombardment.
I will play the Elegant Parlor. I surveil one. It's a fetch land. Okay. I will use the escape ability on my Flage, meaning I will pay 4 mana and exile 5 other cards from my graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all exiled, to cast her from my graveyard. When it enters the battlefield, now I don't need to sacrifice it anymore because it is escaped, and it deals 3 damage to any target, and I gain 3 life. I won't draw a real card anymore, right? Like, I won't draw any creatures, anything relevant. I will target my own Cat Warrior token with this ability. Because I can't use my Goblin Bombardments to get rid of the cats anymore. This caused a cat to die, and Ajani is not happy about that. Ajani isn't happy at all. He will return with 3 loyalty counters, and in this case, I could 0 Ajani to deal 2 damage to you, but instead, I will +2 Ajani because his -4 forces you to choose a single one of your artifacts and keep only that one and nothing else. So I will +2 Ajani, goes to 5 loyalty, and next turn, he's ready to wreak havoc. Go ahead.
I actually don't think I've ever seen an Ajani ultimate before. I was prepared for damage. That's emotional damage, and no food can handle that. Well, that's not true, but I don't have ice cream right now. I would still sacrifice the food because you never know when you need another life. And then it's time to start digging for a solution, and I mean, the only thing I can think of is another pithing needle, so I'm gonna mill my own vaccine bubble. I will shoulder Magassin's Garden.
That one doesn't trigger. You can make it a needle, but it doesn't trigger.
Oh, that's so rude. More digging. Upkeep. I will use one of the Codex Shredders to mill myself again for a Profane Tutor. This is mean. Those are all cards that are technically solutions, but not helping. Okay, I will do it again.
I can already smell you sacrificing the lantern.
No, I hope it doesn't come to that. That deals 8 damage.
8 damage? No! Oh, that's... Oh.
Interesting. I will draw it. Gearpool Aether Grid. Tap to untapped artifacts you control. Yes, it says 1 damage to target creature or player, but in nowadays Magic, it basically says any target. And any target includes any Planeswalker. So I will cast it, still have no cards in hand, but also before you shenanigan with all your ultimates, I will deal it 1 damage, and then I'll deal it 1 damage. You might see me very confident, but I was a bit afraid that this is not gonna happen. Since you have a fetch land, you can't even do anything bad, so...
I mean, not this turn.
I would say do your worst, but there's literally nothing you can do.
Oh, I mean, I can still do some stuff. Okay, well, Galvanic Discharge isn't gonna do stuff. I will play the fetch land. I could make a cat, but you know what else I can do first? Exile my Seasoned Pyromancer from the graveyard to create 2 1/1 red elemental creature tokens. Now, this is my final card in the graveyard that I can utilize. If I do this, afterwards, I can still 0 my Ajani to create another cat token.
And that's 4 damage!
That's 4 damage. And then it's your turn.
Okay, untap, draw Galvanic Blast. I will just not spend any time.
So Galvanic Blast deals 4 damage because you have 3 or more artifacts.
Gone. No cards in hand, no warriors to give. It's your turn.
I will untap. May I draw this Galvanic Discharge?
Okay,
This deck just keeps on giving.
I revise my statement. We still have more things to do. I will mill your Galvanic Discharge because I don't want your Flage to die. Actually, I don't want me to die, so...
That's a marsh flat.
Are we finally there yet?
No, we're not there yet because in my upkeep I will fetch. So I will search my library for planes, put it into play, shuffle my deck, and reveal an Arena of Glory.
Okay, now your creatures can get haste.
They can get haste.
Yes.
May I draw it?
You may draw it. What's your next card? Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't like that. Oh, it makes tokens. But now the tokens don't matter. Okay.
I will play my Arena of Glory.
Yes.
You don't have any cards in hand?
No.
I'll pass the turn.
I mill the Pyromancer.
Okay, yeah, it's milled. There's a Arid Mesa.
Fetch that you can have. You take 2 damage.
Yep, I take 2.
Draw a card. I'll reveal the card. Ooh, a Blood Moon. Doesn't matter a bit. I think I'll keep that for food, and it's your turn.
I will draw this Arid Mesa. Have another land. Yeah, can't attack. Go ahead.
End of the turn, I will make a food again, just to be safe, and then I will mill your land.
Okay, it's gone. Guide of Souls.
You can have Guide of Souls. I'll mill my Blood Moon, another Codex Shredder, and I'll deal you 2 damage. Draw, play Codex Shredder, and I think now we're officially...
So, you can mill 3 cards? This is the pain of playing against Lantern Control.
I don't know what he means.
Do you want our viewers to endure this?
Wait, write in the comment. I mean, if you're still here, I probably know what you're gonna...
No, you don't want to...
Do you want to see the end of this, you know?
Okay, I'll draw...
You know what? The real enjoyers of this can even play it at like 0.525 speed.
No, I will draw from empty library. I lose the game. Well done, you did it.
Lantern Control!
You beat the gauntlet.
Best deck in Modern. Okay, so if my opponents only play good decks and no Eldrazi's, I have a shot.
No Eldrazi? No, Eldrazi is a great deck.
Eldrazi was a great deck.